actually can't breathe after that opening. Jacob on the ground, not moving, the Phoenix cap just slipping off like that. No music, no warning, just silence, and boom, my heart dropped straight to the floor with him. And I swear to you, in that exact moment, my brain didn't even try to be logical. No, it went straight to panic mode. Worst case scenario. Every single time this show has punished someone for getting exposed, yeah, that flashed through my head like a nightmare montage I didn't ask for. I'm sitting there, literally frozen, thinking, this is it. They got him. He's done. He's not getting out of this one. And then Naomi, her face just appears in my mind. Not even on screen, just in my head. Like the show has trained me to emotionally suffer. All those dreams she had before, the fear, the anxiety, it suddenly feels like a prophecy. And I hate that. I hate that feeling. Then snap, hey, wake up. My friend next to me actually pulls me out of it, and I blink, I refocus, and what do I see? Jacob isn't dead. No, he's being beaten. Ren? Of course it's Ren. And I swear, the moment I see him throw that first punch straight into Jacob's stomach, I physically flinch. Like, I felt that. I felt that hit. The sound, the force, the way Jacob just collapses, like his body gave up before his mind could even process the pain. And I just go, no, stop. But it doesn't stop. It never stops with this show. Ren doesn't just punch him once. No. He keeps going. Kicks. Brutal. Precise. Not wild controlled. Like, this isn't anger. This is a message. And that's when it hits me. This isn't just Ren. This is Leah. Because, come on. We've been watching. We know how this works. Leah doesn't get her hands dirty. She doesn't need to. She decides. And other people bleed for it. And suddenly, I remember those earlier episodes. That moment when Leah casually asked about the person who told Grayson to change the delivery location. Casually, like she was asking about the weather. And now we're here. Jacob on the floor, gasping, breaking. That wasn't a coincidence. That was a chain reaction. And Leah pulled the first link. And can we talk about Grayson for a second? Because I used to think maybe he was exaggerating when he called that woman terrifying. Nope. He wasn't exaggerating. If anything, he was underselling it. Because now I can see it. I can feel it. The weight of working under someone like Leah, the constant fear, the paranoia, the knowledge that one wrong move, one tiny mistake, and you don't just lose your job, you disappear. And the hospital, don't even get me started. A hospital, a place that's supposed to save lives, heal people, protect them. And Leah turned it into a slaughterhouse. People dying quietly, not from illness, but because they knew too much or wanted out. That's not just evil. That's calculated cruelty. But back to Jacob, because I can't leave him there. I won't. What kills me, what actually breaks me is the timing. Because right before all this, he was smiling, holding his phone, probably texting Naomi, probably thinking about finally seeing her, maybe imagining that small, quiet moment, just the two of them, in some random motel, escaping everything for a few hours. And I swear, I can picture it so clearly, it hurts. And then, Ren shows up. Hey, that tone, you already know something's wrong. And before Jacob can even react, boom, straight to the stomach. No warning, no build-up, just violence. And everything falls apart. And I'm sitting there yelling at the screen like an idiot, run, why are you not running? But it's too late. It was always too late. Because this was never about catching him off guard. This was about making an example. The kicks that follow, they're not random. Each one feels like punctuation. You don't disobey. Kick, you don't improvise. Kick, you don't think for yourself. Kick, and Jacob, God, he tries to endure it, but you can hear it. That pain, that helplessness, the way he can't even hold it in anymore. And I'm just sitting there, clenching my fists, feeling useless. Then Ren stops, finally. And for a split second, I think That's it. He's going to kill him. Because that's how this works, right? That's what we've been conditioned to expect. But no, Ren leans in, calm, cold, and gives him a warning. If you ever change the delivery location again, if you ever go against orders, this will feel like mercy. And I just exhale. Like I've been holding my breath for 5 minutes straight because Jacob is alive. He's broken, he's bruised, he's barely holding himself together, but he's alive. And at this point, that feels like a miracle. But here's the thing that really gets me, the part that lingers after the scene ends. Jacob and Naomi, because you know what's coming next. You don't need the show to spell it out. He's going to call her and he's going to lie. And I hate that. I hate that this world forces him into that position. Because Naomi, she already senses something is wrong. She's been afraid from the beginning. Every instinct in her body is telling her that Jacob's job isn't just dangerous, it's wrong. And she's not wrong, not even a little. So imagine this, Jacob, sitting somewhere alone, probably still shaking, bruises forming, pain radiating through his entire body. Phone in his hand, Naomi's name on the screen, and he hesitates just for a second because he knows if she sees him like this, if she knows the truth, she won't let him go back. She'll choose him over everything. And that's exactly why he won't tell her, hey, yeah, something came up. I can't make it tonight. I can hear it already. That forced calmness, that fake normal tone. And Naomi on the other end, are you okay? And he'll say, yeah, I'm fine. Lie. And that lie, it's not small. It's the kind of lie that slowly destroys everything. Because here's the truth. Jacob isn't just risking his life anymore. He's risking them. And all of this leads back to Leah. Let's not sugarcoat it. Leah is not just a villain. She's a system, a machine, cold, efficient, untouchable. She decides who lives, who dies, who gets a second chance, and who gets erased. And everyone else, they just follow orders. Or they end up like the bodies we never get to see. In the hospital, it's the perfect cover. Clean, controlled, trusted. No one questions it. No one wants to question it. Because the truth is too ugly. Human plasma trafficking. Lives reduced to inventory. People treated like resources instead of people. It makes my stomach turn. And yet, this is where Jacob is, right in the middle of it. But here's where my mind starts racing. Because I can't just sit with what happened. I need to know what comes next. So let me say it out loud. I don't think this is the end for Jacob. Not even close. This was a warning, but also a mistake. Because now Jacob knows, not just intellectually, not just as part of a job. He's felt it, the violence, the control, the reality of what happens when you step out of line. And something like that, it changes you. I think this is the moment he stops being just a participant and starts becoming a threat. Maybe not immediately. Maybe he'll still play along, pretend, follow orders. But inside, something's shifting, something dangerous. Because you can only get beaten down so many times before you either break or you fight back. And if Jacob chooses to fight, if he decides to expose everything, to bring down this entire operation, this Plasma King empire, then Leah, she won't hesitate. Not for a second. And that's what terrifies me. Because this story, it's not heading toward something clean. It's heading toward collision. Jacob, Naomi, Leah, Rein, all of them on intersecting paths that can only end one way. With someone losing everything. And I'm not ready for that. I'm really not. But I'll be here, watching, yelling at the screen, begging Jacob to stop lying, begging Naomi to see the truth. And honestly, praying that someone somehow finds a way to destroy Leah before she destroys all of them.